Good afternoon, folks. Mike Wells, Your World Explorer. Today we're going to take a look at a big pile of Eliade pine wood. Now this isn't just any pine wood. This is from the pine tree Pinus eliade, and these are the turpentine cores. So basically the pine tree has resin which is heavily concentrated in the core of the pine. So previously with these pine trees there was a whole bunch of white wood, and this is the heartwood. So what we're going to do today is we're going to cut some of this, and I want to show you the different golden, bronze, copper colors that exist on the inside of this wood here. Now what we've done already is we've taken this wood and pressure washed it to get rid of a bunch of bugs and a bunch of dead wood on the outside, and it's sat here for a few days to dry. Now we're going to cut it, not all of it obviously, but just some of it today, to reveal what's on the inside. All right, it's a little windy out right now, so I've got my glasses on, and because this saw is so loud I have an earplug for my good ear. Now let's get started. All right, so this is just a little piece right here, but you see the character? That right there has some interesting features on the inside, so we want to cut into it and see what we got. Let me just nip off the end here. I'm about to show you something crazy. So look at this. Look at that. You couldn't tell that that's what's on the inside. But that is. That's all resin right there. Now this is going to gunk up my saw blade, but this saw blade's at the end of its life anyway. So look at all that right there. Look at the details. Looks pretty fun. So anyhow, let's go ahead and produce a few more pieces. This always fascinated me. Like if you want to do mosaics and stuff, and you want to, or you just want to like decorate something, look at that. It's dense enough to where you can do stuff with it, and it won't shrink, but it's still soft. Now when you utilize this wood, you have to seal it after you're done, otherwise this turpentine resin, I mean, when you touch the wood, your finger, your hand, grease, if you will, grease from your hands, the oils will conduct itself into that wood. Look at that. So many details. Now I turn pens with this wood. I really do. It's beautiful though. What colors would you say that is? That's like more of like a copper goldish color, I don't know. But lots of fine lines, lots of details. These, yeah. So what I would do is I would take this, put it in a container. It's about that big. Backfill the rest of this with resin, and then produce blanks out of it. Look at this. See those details? No one really thinks to use this wood in such a manner, but going forward, I bet you might get some ideas. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? I mean, that is some fancy looking stuff. Look how light that is. It's on the outside, and then its core is a little bit darker. It's just really beautiful in my opinion. Here's another decent piece that I have. Let's chop the end off. Now this one seems a little more bug eaten, but look, I mean, it was a little more decomposed, a little more affected, but it's still, the core has been preserved. It's really incredible. Look at this one. See that? You would look at it and think, oh yeah, it's trash. No, it isn't. It's not. And this is the Eliade pine. Check it out. Not bad, eh? Crazy. It's got a lot of details. This is what I want to capture in my pens or any of my woodwork, really. Or those details, those star patterns, the splash look or the explosion look is very unique. Wow, look at that. Just so cool looking. Now the interesting part too here is this wood has been sitting there for years. I'm talking like 7 years. So that just goes to show, you know, how the bugs really don't terminate this wood. Look at this. That's where the branches were starting to move out at. Those locations have the most going on with them. See? Look at that. That's so cool. Look at that. So beautiful. Another one right here. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. All right, the thing about this one is I'm gonna have to chop it down a bit. So I'm gonna lop off a bunch of these peripheral branches. I might have to grab my chainsaw for that. All right, we've cut our pieces. I got the smaller ones, I'll work those first. This big one, I have to save it for probably just last, I guess. See that? That's what it looks like. Super high quality look to it. Just so many different characteristics. Lots of figuring at those, you know, the branch locations. Looky look. Beautiful. Look at that end. This is more of like a bronze color. So cool. Look at that. And you can see where the bugs intruded on that left side. Really, really fancy. Look at that side. This one's a little darker. Look at that. Not bad, eh? It's almost like a gem stone, but it's wood. Even the smallest pieces. Crazy, huh? Not bad. Pretty cool. Boom. Look at that. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Wow. Super nice. Now here's where it's gonna get really, really pretty. Bam! Lots going on there. Just like a golden, it's heavy too, heavy. There she is, looking good. The denseness of that resin is just so compact. Well, bam, beauty. You never know what you're gonna get, that's the thing. Dense. Look at this. Mm. Mm. Just now, look at that. There's colors. This is pine. This is pine, folks. This is the best pine wood you'll ever get your hands on. Guaranteed. Now, I'm really contemplating whether or not I should even try to mess with this right now, because this is a big piece. This thing here, I don't know. It's just big. I'm gonna have to lop some of these items off. Probably lop this off. Look at that. Not bad, eh? Pretty intense. Look at this. That is what I'm talking about. That is the stuff. This end is more plain, I would say. But yeah, that's the one. This is a good piece. Nothing too fancy on that end, just very normal. Now, this thing is a challenge for this saw. I really need to start getting bigger equipment, but YouTube hasn't afforded me that yet, so I'm just gonna make do with what I have. As long as this thing stays steady, I'll be okay. All right, I've been mauling this thing to death, but we're getting it down to size. That side looks pretty cool. Look at this thing. You know there's a bunch going on in there. It's just a solid chunk of like resin filled wood. Look at this. Man, it's got all kinds of, no, then there's this side, but I'll have to block that off. This side, look at this. Whew. That is incredible. Here it is. I'm showing you folks what's inside. That stuff you drive by on I-95 all the time, yeah. That's if you live in Florida. That's all I got for you today, folks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. That helps the channel grow. Stay tuned, because I'll be making some pins out of this beautiful golden amber colored wood here from the Eliade pines. Have a great day.